Todd is great and he is always baked. Morning sun shining, we can't be late. Coffee brewing, tunes on the go. Knock knock, it's the Todd and Joe morning show.
Hello to all my stoneheads and Joe-hos. You haven't come up with names for our non-existent fans, Todd.
Listen, you know, I'm a leader. If they want to come up with their own names, they can. I ain't gonna tell anybody who to be, what to want to be.
They could be toddies, like a hot toddy. Toddy, hot toddies, all your hot toddies.
All my hot toddies.
Yeah.
I like that.
So guess where I was on Friday? I got an invite to Madison Square Garden for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey's wedding. I was there, rubbing elbows, got to see the Sandman officiate, and my two favorite friends are now joined in holy matrimony.
I feel I have a conspiracy with this, and it's all her. So when people start to kind of like get off the fucking Tay-Tay train, that she'll get a divorce and that she could put on a new album, and then boom, she's right back in the fucking limelight because everybody will feel bad for her because we and all that shit. So that's my idea. My conspiracy theory is that this is in what wrestling we call the long-term storytelling.
I disagree. I love Tay-Tay. I love Killer Trav. And guys, congratulations from your one friend at the Todd and Joe morning
I have
show.
no use for either of those fucking two human beings at all.
Wow. Todd doesn't like sports or pop music.
The fact that they caused such chaos in such a chaotic city just to have a fucking wedding is ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
No, they both suck, and I hope they get hit by a bus.
What? I do not feel that way at all. And Trav, if you ever want to have me on the New Heights podcast, I am more than willing to come on here. And
me too. While driving a bus through your studio.
You're so aggressive for somebody who's never done anything to you.
Yeah, I don't even know shit about it. He plays what, on the Yankees, right? Or is it the Bruins? I can't remember which team he plays on. He's
an NFL football player that plays on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh,
multiple
so
Super Bowl.
Team?
No,
I thought he was like one of those fucking swimmers.
No, he's a pretty big fucking dude too. He'd kill us both.
I heard she does great opera.
I hate you.
Oh God.
So we're already off the rails 100% completely. God, man. Good save with the commercial.
I hear somebody say they need to get high.
Dude, I need to get high. Instead, where can I go?
Oh, I know a place.
And as I showed Mr. Stones that day, this was the magical place to get all of the highest grade cannabis flower, pre-rolls, vaporizers, concentrates, edibles, topicals, accessories, gummies, creams, and so much more. Just take a little trip down to 4656 Onondaga Boulevard, Syracuse, New York, and get some bud from our bud, Joe, at Joe's Buds. Maybe you can be our bud too.
That was a whole year ago as of in your universe.
Yesterday, I think.
Yesterday for us, It'll be 2 days ago when this
No.
airs. Fucking with the time stream. I don't have much. I have a possible leak about Avengers Doomsday if you want me to get in a spoiler territory for that. And then I also have a retouch to an unsolved mystery that me and Todd did. We talked about a few weeks ago.
Mm.
What do you have,
So
Todd?
here's what I enjoy, and is being semi facetious and sarcastic. I do enjoy like the Marvel stuff. I like those movies. They've done really, really well with them. The fact they're playing a fucking like they're almost playing a Rockstar when Rockstar's like, hey, we're just gonna keep the same game, put it on a new console, and you have to buy it again. Marvel's like, hey, we're gonna put the same fucking movie out in theaters again and just add some scenes and add a new title, or we'll add a new word to the title of it, and then it'll blend into everything else, and we'll make even more money off of a movie that we've already made a shit ton of money off of.
You're talking about the re-release of Endgame? So, from my understanding, and until we actually see it, there is reasoning behind that. Because
no, I understand it. You could have just done it and released it on Disney Plus or something. I guess you didn't really necessarily need to like put it back out in theaters again, because you could just add the stuff that you're adding to it to make it make sense for the next one.
Well, I think the reason they're doing this is because if you recall a few years ago when they came out with the first Avatar sequel, James Cameron re-released the original Avatar in the theaters. And at that point, Avengers Endgame had surpassed Avatar as the highest grossing movie of all time. But when he re-released Avatar, it went back to number one. I think they are doing something similar to be like, ha! Fuck you, Jimmy Cameron. We're back on top. That's what I think.
They're going to have to throw in some crazy shit to get people really talking, to get a ton more people to go. You know what I mean? Because like there's going to be your diehards that are going to go, obviously. But there's going to be people like, like if somebody was like, dude, you have to go because only in the theater are you going to be able to see something that's so crucial to the next movie, then I'd be like, all right, well, then I'll go to the theater and see it. If it's going to make what follows sense, then yeah, right, I'll go fucking see it. But if it's just like, yo, dude, they added fucking 1 minute and 29 seconds of fucking extra shit, I'm going to be like, I'll just wait for it to be on like Disney.
right. And I absolutely agree with that. But where is it? Stand by.
That's why I was like thrilled, and I knew they wouldn't do it this time. But that's why I was like, the one thing I enjoyed about COVID, as weird as this was like when the new Mortal Kombat came out, it was just like blah bitches like right on HBO Max. And I was like, sweet.
Like the Suicide Squad movie, they did that with Black Widow.
Nice to be like, all right, man, cool. Now I could just watch this movie brand new from the comfort of my home, and it's awesome. Like,
all right, so here's the article I was talking about. So this was in April. Joe Russo, who's one of the Russo brothers who directed a lot of these.
To Vince?
No relation.
Oh, thank God.
He said it's critically important to re-release the movie, and in fact, we'll be re-releasing the film with footage that is set in the Doomsday story that we've added to Avengers Endgame. So, like you were kind of talking about, like, but it's an opportunity to create a bridge from Endgame to Doomsday in a very unique way, and because the movie was so successful, we have an opportunity to re-release it. You don't always get a chance to re-release because it costs money. So the fact that we can enhance the story of Doomsday by bridging it to Endgame and these characters that we've worked for years and we love so much and continue their story. It's a critical companion story and set up for what you're going to watch in December when you see Avengers. He added serialized storytelling as the goal here. That's the fun, that's the mission, alongside making movies that bring people together. I'd argue that there are very few movie companies in history that have brought people together the way the Marvel movies have, fostering a sense of community in a theater. The ultimate reward is fostering a community at a time when community is in short supply. And so, as somebody who grew up listen or reading all these stuff and like who is so aware of everything that they're kind of like taking from, I'm completely down with this. Like, I'm not going to go probably be taking the kids to go see it, but I probably will go, if I can find a friend to go, or I'll go by myself. I actually enjoy going to the movies by myself. Nobody's asking me questions about what's happening and who's this character, and but I'm down for it, and I think there'll probably be a good 5 to 10 minutes, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in movie time, that's a good chunk of the movie to set it up.
So here's what they should do.
Go ahead.
See, I have all these great marketing ideas, and I try to pitch them to the company that I'm currently employed for, and I don't know, we're just a bunch of dumb potheads, so we don't know anything.
Why don't you pitch them to our YouTube channel?
Yeah, well, because it has to do with my company and how to sell their products, so it wouldn't really.
We're the product to sell.
It's not edible weed shit that we're selling here, bud.
Bud.
So what they need
Joe,
to do,
Bud,
I know, is what they should have done instead of putting it out in September. Put it out like as a package deal with the new one. So have a midnight viewing, but have Avengers Endgame, like do a double feature with Endgame before, give a 15-minute intermission. So have Endgame end at 11:45, do a 15-minute intermission, and then your midnight showing of fucking Doomsday.
Yeah. When was the last midnight showing you've gone to?
I would never go to any of that crap.
Because they haven't done a midnight showing since that dude shot up the theater in Dark Knight Rises. It's all like on Thursday at like 3 or 4 o'clock now. So if the movie's coming out Friday, you can actually go like Thursday evening to go see them.
See, that's not fun.
But like your idea there, that's like a 6 hour. That would be like a 6 hour thing. And I know not a lot of people can do that. Give me a couple weed drinks and some food, and I am completely on board for something.
People would there would be people, and like the fucking movie theater would make bank because people are going to be buying concessions at least once, and just do it like $5 cheaper than it was if you went to 2 movies. You know what I mean? And then,
so I've actually thought about throwing this idea out to you, but like I'd want Drew to fly out here for it, and that would probably be the hardest part about this. But you can rent out a whole theater like on midnight showings, and like it's like $250.
yeah.
If we had a bigger fan base,
if we could rent out a theater just to like hook up an Xbox,
I'm pretty sure you can.
That's fucking that's
that'd be a long HDMI cord though. No, because as long as your controller, they put the Xbox in the booth. Like I really don't see why not.
Because you would want to sit up like towards,
right? That's
like,
what I mean. Like, yeah.
Anyway, it's not like you want to be down farther. You want.
Can you imagine like playing Mario Kart? Actually, that's what Dane Cook like does a lot now. He has his own like theater in his house. Like, obviously not that big, but like I'm sure it's a pretty decent sized theater, and he just plays PUBG on.
No, I want to fucking rent it and play like GTA 6 on that shit.
That'd be wild. But like, if we had a bigger fan base. Like, I totally would, like, run a theater and, like, charge everybody, like, $5 to come fucking hang out and watch the fucking movie. Like, and, like, do, like, a whole, like, giveaways and shit like that. We could record our fucking live commentary to the fucking movie, like, as we're watching it for the first time. I think it would be kind of fucking dope.
I could get us a bigger fan base. There's a site called bigassfans.com, and they could probably sell us a bigger base for a fan.
You're so stupid.
There actually is a site called bigassfans.com, though. That is a legit website that sells like gigantic fans, like the 5-6 foot fucking like fans, like those.
That's a lot of fans. Those are very big fans.
They are big fans.
I'm a big fan of you, Todd.
You like my dog?
Yeah, I love your dog. He's a terror dog.
No, on my shirt.
I do.
Beautiful dog.
It's a beautiful shirt.
It's my other shirt that the dog got me for Father's Day.
Aw.
What's happening? What's going on, Joe?
So much pressure. All right, so I'll do my little unsolved mystery thing then. It's a set of videos. I'm not sure which order they should be in, but I'm gonna start with this one. Let me know if you can't hear it.
Okay. Are you playing it?
You can't hear it?
It's not even playing.
It's playing for me.
It's just like the picture, like the still shot.
Weird. Oh. No, Riverside is sharing a window. Stand by your... Fuck you. Stop bullying me.
I
Gotta find the right one.
can't hear it. It's moving now, but I
Can't hear it?
No.
There was something I had to do last time, if I recall correctly. Alright, this is pissing me off. Stand by. You don't hear it at all?
No, sir. No. You had to change something on your computer where your output for your sound is.
And default settings. Alright. Anyways, so this dude share this, share, okay, no,
I can like hear it, but it sounds like it's going through your microphone.
So right now, and just for your audience, accessories / witnesses.
Okay.
When we say what an accessory is versus a witness, there's a fine line. So to give these people an out, I will call them accessories / witnesses. The two killers are killers. I will name them today.
Before you name the accomplices, name the killers, and we talk about this individual who came forward and basically was interviewed about it, witness, what connection do you think Courtney Love has to all this?
In the beginning, when I started to meet the accessories, witnesses, and to a degree, I don't want to comment too much about the killers, what I tried to do there with them. But Courtney Love, I didn't want to say was even really involved because she was in LA at the time. So she has an alibi, right?
Ha,
She's not at the
Todd.
house.
No
she
Courtney
actually was at the
involvement.
Peninsula Hotel. She is not in Seattle during the murder. A lot of people are bringing up questions, or there's some stuff leaking on Facebook and YouTube, and they want to go after Courtney. They've all wanted to go after Courtney for 30 years.
All right, so that
just because she wasn't around doesn't mean she couldn't have part in it one way or another.
you're absolutely right, but like, so there's more to this, guys.
I've also said that I never once believed she pulled the trigger. I just believe she had a part in it somehow.
So this whole thing is wild because, like, it makes so much sense.
Just at first, he actually eats his last supper with Joseph Burns.
Wow.
That's who they eat like a TV dinner together.
That was almost my
Joe
other
tells the
stage
story.
name instead of
His name
Joseph
is out there. I
Stones.
can say-
That guy's not intimidating.
Supposedly, per the witnesses, multiple witnesses, per some of the investigation over the years when they met these people, Kurt comes down to the basement where some of them are. They're scattered. They're not all in the basement. Says, "Get the F out of here, dude." And he kind of directs it at Dylan Carlson.
Right. Because Dylan's like kind of
He's
he's the handler.
He's the ringleader.
Yeah.
He's the ringleader.
Right.
The people there are his friends too.
Right.
Turns around and is assaulted by Dylan and Daniel Clint Rich. Those two assault Kurt, and they begin to shoot him up with heroin. That is pre-loaded. So this is where another sign of premeditation. Now, I'm not saying they were going to kill him in front of all these people. Maybe when they would leave, right? But it's on. It's on. It's prepped. And the witness says that.
Joe Burns says that the heroin.
There's two more. But like, it pulled up on my feed, and I'm like, oh, I gotta show this with Todd.
Accessory witnesses are Jessica Hopper, Michael Kelly DeWitt, Renee Navarrete, Joe Burns, Bonnie Dillard, and Jennifer Adamson.
Okay.
That's all of them.
All right. And they remain in the house even though they've just witnessed a murder.
Now,
Why?
let's say who witnessed. Bonnie Dillard and Jen Adamson witnessed the hot-shotting of Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Joe Burns witnesses the movement of Kurt to the greenhouse, and here's the gunshot. Is he in the greenhouse? I hope he's not. Did he lie to me? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I've seen it before. So now the real witnesses to the staging are Michael Kelly DeWitt, Dylan Carlson, Daniel Clint Rich. Absolutely. Those are the three absolute accessory / killers.
Okay, so everybody's witnessed something.
Yes.
Everybody knows that Kurt's been murdered. That's we can safely assume
They
that.
pretend like no one says it, because when you get the testimony on tape, and you also know the history of what Bonnie says too, they all kind of don't talk about it.
And there's one more. Oh, and this is saying the date of death is different too, which I think it's something you brought up too.
Is there's other witnesses that say he did a soft confession to them. I hotshotted Kurt Cobain in the year 2000-ish, 20 years ago.
Right.
One of the investigators and the authors connected the dots. Took them 20 years They didn't even meet the witnesses for 20 years almost. And they connected the dots and they go, yeah, that guy was there. And that blew their mind like, oh, damn. So anyway, they go to the greenhouse. Now the witness is going to hear a gunshot, single shot, about 30 to 40 minutes after the hot shotting.
Right.
So this is April 2nd. This is the day Kurt was murdered. It's not April 5th.
Right.
It's not April 8th.
Right.
Seattle PD, you can kick rocks.
Yeah.
It's April 2nd.
Okay.
And he is dead by about 4 a.m. On April 2nd. And the staging of that most likely carries into the next day, and I can talk about some of the cover-up and staging. It's not like stage and lock the door, we're done.
Right.
That they stage the next day, too. They go buy shells, and that, I believe, is Callie DeWitt dresses like Kurt, either wearing a hat, they have the long hair, it's dyed. I know, man, it's crazy.
They go buy shells, gunshot shells?
Yes. They go buy the shotgun. I know. I'll explain it. I'll explain it.
Why?
So, because 2 reasons. All right. We believe they already had shotgun shells at the house. Kurt didn't buy the gun. Dylan did. I have the receipt in his name. Kurt did not buy the gun.
And one of the other ones I didn't save, he goes on to talk about how, like, everything, like the forensic stuff in there is completely wrong. Like the shotgun, the ejected shells ejected on the wrong side of the room. It was held as if that, like, so the shells ejected as if he was shot from, like, somebody shot him. He didn't shoot himself. And he was a lefty. And it was everything, like, from, like, a righty's perspective and everything like that. Like, God bless. Like, all the stuff you talked about. Like, this dude is saying witnesses are finally coming forward. It's kind of like the Tupac and Biggie murders. Like, 1,000 years later, people are like, oh, yeah, BT dubs.
Yeah. Well, after a certain point, I think it's what the fuck ever it's called. I can't remember.
Statute of limitations?
Yeah.
Not with murder.
Oh, okay.
No, murder is one of those crimes that they can get you. Like, look at all, like, those serial killers and shit they catch 40, 50 years later. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't understand, man. Why would you want to kill, like, the Trix Rabbit and shit? Like, you know, fucking Captain Crunch, I get it, man. That cereal fucks with the roof of your mouth, but, you know, you didn't have to take out the fucking Trix Rabbit, these damn serial killers.
So stupid. It's great. Ugh.
They're great. So I have a couple of things. This is one thing that's fucking hilarious.
Go on. I like funny. I like laughing.
So there is, shockingly enough, not really, a Facebook page called White and Proud.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, that's the hilarious part.
This isn't.
And now we're going to.
Oh no.
No, I'm just kidding. That.
Oh, this
Black
podcast is
people
going.
have completely taking it over, and it is the funniest shit ever.
I want to hear. I want to hear.
I don't really have much more than that, but it is fucking hilarious. Like, every post on there now is just by black people, and it is fucking great. So they tried to start a second one, and the same thing happened. I was scrolling earlier through it, and now, like, this Jamaican has joined. So now, like, the Jamaicans have gotten involved as well.
My.
So it's
yeah, man.
Hilarious.
Yeah, man.
I think it's funny as fuck. You want to start a fucking stupid fucking Facebook page that
is all my stuff backwards to you?
No,
it looks backwards.
It's the same shot it always is.
That's weird.
I feel like it changes and doesn't save the settings for, like, the mirror thing, because
maybe
I changed it the last time I was on, and then when I went back on today, it was flipped back around again. So I changed it.
I just flipped it right now.
So Yeah, so there's that. So yeah, if you want to go see some funny shit, look up the White and Proud Facebook page and just see how it's gotten just completely taken over.
I'm going to
Fucking
totally
great.
clip this where it's just you repeatedly saying "White and Proud" over.
No, please. I don't need anybody to kill me.
That's gonna go viral.
No, it's really not. Let's not do that and say we did. And then we don't.
Okay.
All right. So this next one, we're going to do something hopefully in the future that I came up with earlier, but it didn't really work out today. But I did find other things. What up, dog? You can wait. You're fat. You don't need anything right now. He's fat. He doesn't need anything right now.
So my mom used to tell me.
No, he is he has become cylindrical. And then when his dumb ass decided to chew apart a fucking hairdryer cable the other day when he was in his crate, now we have to give him bread just in case he didn't eat fucking the goddamn like small pieces of copper wire. So
How did he get the wire if he was in his crate?
it was hanging down.
So it was your fault, not the dog's fault.
Let's not blame the dude that doesn't have hair.
True.
So anyway, so now he's eating 2 slices of bread with every meal.
So he's carbo loading.
Yeah, dude, he's getting fat as fuck. Anyway, so I found some like just weird random headlines from just newspapers and shit. And it's not AI stuff, it's not Photoshop. This is just it's legit, just random fucking news articles that were out at some point in time. So I'm just going to read you the headlines. And then I want you to tell me what you think.
Yes, sir.
That federal agents raid a gun shop and find weapons.
No. So I'm going to say they found weapons they're not supposed to be.
I don't know. The thing under it was, imagine if they raided a gun shop and found nothing but adorable puppies.
That would suck. And that'd be super suspicious to me if I'm going to like Todd's ammo and guns and I go in and it's all dogs. I'd be like, what are you guys doing with the dogs?
Target practice.
No. Whoa.
This next one is planes forced to land at airports. I did notice this before, but there's like somebody put like little things under it. So I guess it beats residential streets or mall parking lots.
It does.
Miracle cure kills 5th patient. Yep.
Okay.
State population to double by 2040. Babies to blame.
I would say fucking's to blame.
Person, but is it too late to stop this nefarious plot by babies? They may be small, but they're sneaky.
I mean, they've literally came out with several movies called Baby Geniuses.
Yes, exactly. This next one is statistics show that teen pregnancy drops off significantly after age 25.
There's so many things wrong with that statement. Because either you have a bunch of creepy older people banging underage people, or people are just stupid.
I'm gonna kind of lean towards the latter of that. Because that's why you get headlines like this. Breathing oxygen linked to staying alive.
Wow.
It's also brought to you by the same scientific minds who discovered food and water can help with this too. Homicide victims rarely talk to police.
Jesus Christ.
They're just a little shy. You just got to try to get them open up a little bit about what happened. Did you know that most earthquake damage is caused by shaking?
I mean, yeah, because that's kind of what earthquakes do.
Yeah. Here's one that's going to blow your mind. Diana was still alive hours before she died.
Like, who wrote this shit?
I don't know. It's all.
How do they have jobs in newspapers? Or
Authorities in Florida are searching for an armed quadruple amputee. Okay. Authorities in Florida are searching for an armed quadruple amputee who's reportedly been on the run since Tuesday, hoping to question him in his involvement in a murder.
see, oh my god, an armed amputee on.
Quadruple amputee. So
I heard a funny joke this week that kind of ties into this.
do it. What is it?
I think I might have told it in the group chat. What do you call karate for amputees?
Yeah.
Partial arts.
So would this dude just be like rolling along though?
Rolling down the street. Complete. So then he'd have to be committing a drive-by.
That's true. With like the fucking gun in his mouth, he's pulling the trigger with his tongue.
That'd be wild.
Here's this says call Dr. Richard Kimball. He's got experience with this.
It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
I just watched Wrongfully Accused again yesterday. Fucking Tubi's the shit, dude. Like Tubi is getting better and better with the content that they're putting on there. Like I'm watching like Married with Children's on there. Fucking
all the Ghostbusters are on there now. They went out on July 1st.
July 17th, I thought.
I thought it was July 1st. I will.
It might have been the 17th. I think it was like 17th. But yeah, they're going to be on there. I've been watching the fucking Drew Carey show, like the all 5 seasons, the original like Animaniacs and shit. Like, there's a lot on there. And yeah, like,
the 15th.
Once in a while, the 15th. Once in a while, you'll have a fucking 30-second commercial break, but it's 30 seconds. Like for those of us like Joe and I who grew up watching TV without streaming services we were forced to watch commercials. Dude. We didn't have an option to not watch commercials.
When I explained to my kids
3 to 5 minutes long. So
when Logan was little, I tried explaining it to him. Like, hey, on Saturday mornings, we'd have to get up at like 6:00 in the morning. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, and then like we would like get our cereal during the commercials. He goes, why didn't you just go ad free? And I'm like, and then he's like, why didn't you just pause it? I go, because that's not how life worked back then, buddy. Like we didn't have we couldn't. We had to run and dive and hope to God you made it back. And it wasn't because like that first commercial break was always much shorter than the later ones, like of every episode.
Because they wanted to keep you hooked in the show. We were small children with definite ADD and ADHD that they didn't diagnose until 30 years later.
Filling ourselves with boundless of unhealthy cereals with marshmallows and sugar.
I feel like, though, the unhealthy, this is going to sound really weird, double negative, whatever you want to call it. I feel like the unhealthy cereals back in the day were healthier than the unhealthy cereals now. Does that make sense to you?
The statement itself does. I don't necessarily agree with that because I think everything's so health conscious and everything else. I feel like the unhealthy cereals are still unhealthy. You just have plethora of other quote unquote healthy cereals that aren't really that healthy. They just have healthier aspects to them.
Wait, I think there was more.
You got more? I thought you were.
Okay. Yeah. Utah Poison Control Center reminds everyone not to take poison. But you know what? Here's the sad part: is I could look at that and say I don't feel like that's weird because I could watch TV and if they'll be like, hey, you know what? If you can't poop properly, you got to take this pill, but don't take this pill if you're allergic to it. So we literally are to the point in life that we have to tell people not to take something they're allergic to.
Like, do you ever, like, I hear that on, like, those fucking medical commercials all the time. It's like, they'll list, like, the 47 side effects, and they're like, and also, don't take fucking, Rolosteen Tech if you're allergic to it. Duh.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, we have gotten to that point where this country is one of two things, or both. Both. I mean, it's not even.
It's the litigious part of it, because people want to sue if it's not clearly stated. Oh, well, you didn't tell me that I couldn't stick the sharp object inside my asshole. Like, it didn't say anywhere not to do that, so I'm suing you for $1 million now. And
And I also think that people are just stupid too. Like, I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt of all of them wanting money. I really just genuinely think there's dumb people out there that. I mean, you know the toilet tablets that you put in the back of your toilet that makes your fucking water turn blue and it cleans your toilet and all that shit? You know what I'm talking about?
yes, I love those.
So I had one, this is a long ass time ago, and I was reading the back of it, and it literally said, like, safe to use around children and pets, although we do not recommend letting either drink from the toilet. All right, there's some more in here that all right, voters to vote on whether to vote. But bugs flying around with wings are flying bugs. Here's a good one. This is honestly and the following thing kind of makes it make sense in a way. This is something, though, I feel we could use in upstate New York because our weather is so fucked all the time. Forecasters call for weather on Monday. Now, the next line in it, like the subtitle, makes it make more sense. They're hesitant to predict snowstorm here. So, I get that. Okay, so it makes sense.
So they're saying there's going to be some kind of precipitation falling from the sky.
But they're not going to say.
They're not going to say. Okay, that does make sense. That's probably the only one that should actually be a headline up.
Yes. Apparently somewhere, this was in Tennessee back in July 17th, 2012. Farmer using cannon to protect watermelons.
There's places I can go there with that, but I'm not going to.
Nope. Murderer said, and there's actually, I can read, like some of these I can't really read, like the actual article. This one I can actually make out the first paragraph, which makes it, as we were just talking about, Joe, about people that want to sue everybody. Murderer says detective ruined his reputation. A convicted murderer has sued the detective who arrested him, saying the investigator ruined his good name in comments published in the Times News.
I hate people. Especially like that population, because like it's funny, but the shit that I've seen go to court because of stuff like that.
Man accused of killing lawyer receives a new attorney.
I wish I was stoned for these.
Hospitals resort to hiring doctors. Alton, I don't know where this is. This is actually March 14th, 2005. I don't know exactly this place. An Alton attorney accidentally sues himself. This one, police arrest everyone on February 22nd. I'm assuming there was probably something cut off the way the picture and looks. Yeah, that was it. That was all of them, but they're pretty funny.
So I think that's hysterical, and I hope next week we have a full list of funny, like we can get this little new segment we're trying out. I think it's going to be very, very good. Now, I have a question for you.
Yo, what up, man?
This is the last thing I have.
What up, homie?
What movie do you watch around this time of the year, leading up to July 4th? Is there any particular movie?
Usually, like, I don't know, Santa Claus or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's usually something that I like to remind myself about how shitty it's gonna be in the next 5 months.
Well, for me, there's two that I tend to lean towards, and one of them is Live Free or Die Hard,
Yes, it's a great porn.
and Independence Day.
I enjoyed that one. Didn't watch the second one as we discussed.
I mean the movie had everything. It's the first real like summer blockbuster I can remember like seeing. You had massive alien spaceships, crazy visual effects, fucking real entertaining characters. The action was awesome. The humor was like perfect for everybody, and it's just probably one of the greatest movie speeches ever put into a movie. Like I love it. So Roland Emmerich, who is the writer and director, and Bill Pullman, who played the president, they actually sat down and they were talking about the creation of it. And I have some snippets here. I just find like this kind of shit so cool. Like, so Emmerich was saying that he had an idea for like he wanted to make like an old school like disaster kind of movie. And this is the quote. Me and Dean Devlin wrote the script. I had an office right next to Book Soup on Sunset, and I went in there, bought the classics like War of the Worlds, but they were too old-fashioned. We were fans of disaster films, but there hadn't been one for a long time. In the 70s, they had made a disaster out of anything, like a swarm of bees. But aliens, that was a new idea. We both lived in the Hollywood Hills, and I took Dean to the window and said, imagine if all the sky was the underbelly of a ship. We thought, okay, that's cool. Standing in the Hollywood Hills, imagining a giant mothership filling the entire sky feels like the perfect spark for a movie built around spectacle. The filmmakers also knew timing was everything. I told our agent we wanted to do it, and he said, forget about it. Tim Burton's doing Mars Attacks. I said to Dean, we can't do our film after a parody comes out. We had to beat him to it. It came out on the 4th of July weekend. We would beat Mars Attacks, which was coming out in August. So we wrote the concept around the release date. Dean said, let's just call it Independence Day. We can come up with something better later. So this was just like a working title because they had to come out on the July 4th. Another decision that's proved to be incredibly important was casting Will Smith. At the time, he was best known for television, and the studio wasn't convinced he was the right choice. Emmerich never wavered. Will Smith's role was not written as black. His ethnicity was not mentioned, so the studio assumed we wanted to hire a white guy. But we set our sights on Will very early. There is no one more American than Will Smith. Keep his wife's name out of your motherfucking mouth. The studio had a problem with it, as he was mainly known for his sitcom, but they came around to it. Looking back now, it's impossible to imagine anyone else in that role. Smith's charisma became one of the biggest reasons the movie connected with audiences. We were decorating the set, and I was like, guys, there's too many flags. And they said, no, this is the 4th of July. When it came out, the whole world thought I was Mr. Super Patriot. But what no one saw was this wasn't an African American, a Jewish man, a white bread politician saving the world as a team. Then my next film was The Patriot, but politically I was always more on the left, and I felt concerned about it. So I did The Day After Tomorrow, which criticized America quite a bit. So this is the last one I'll talk about. But just after Independence Day came out, I met Steven Spielberg, and he said, what you guys have done with that film, everybody will imitate you. He was right. When you look back at Marvel movies today, it's almost always about an alien invasion, and a lot of stuff gets broken. Also, these films don't take themselves too seriously. But I had to learn a lot from Back to the Future and Raiders of the Lost Ark. I love that movie. Todd, like the sequel kind of sucks, but it's worth watching. Like there's a lot of nostalgia. They have most of the original cast back, minus Will Smith.
Yeah, and I feel like I can't remember. I don't know if they even asked him or something. Like he was actually pretty upset about the whole thing. It seemed like from what I read here and there.
He was originally supposed to come back. He had a scheduling conflict, and he wanted them to wait. They didn't want to wait on production. I don't know. Maybe it was Bad Boys What movie?
It probably would have been worth their everything to just wait.
I
in my
agree.
opinion. I mean, they also there was also they missed.
He did Suicide Squad instead and Concussion.
Oh well, they should have waited. Especially if he was in agreement to do it. If he was like, I will do it.
He was in
you just have
talks.
to wait. If there was a glimpse of hope, fucking wait. If everybody else is like, hey, yeah, we'll wait. If we can get Will to do it, or he'll come on if we give him 8 months, fuck yeah, let's do it. So they missed the chance though in that movie where they could have thrown in a very, very subtle joke.
Go on.
They could, when everything started going down, Will Smith should have been like, hey, go hang out with my go to my aunt and uncles in Bel Air and blah blah blah, because the kid was the same kid from Fresh Prince. I mean,
I don't know if he actually played Nicky yet. I think he might have. He did?
Yeah.
I think he came on after this movie. Stand by.
I mean, he was about the same age. So unless maybe it was the movie and Will was like, hey, I want him on the show, I thought it was reverse.
No, you're right. The last season was, so that's what it was. Because this was his first big movie. Yeah. Russ Begley.
So that would have been and I mean subtle as shit, not trying to be too about it, then have her be like, no, we're gonna stay with you, or we're gonna go to wherever, you know what I mean? But just to throw that little tiny joke in there, would have been...
that would have been, yeah. He hasn't done a movie.
Hey, just go stay with my auntie and uncle in Bel Air. They would have been like, no, we're gonna come with you. Da da da.
Do you know what his first role was?
Who? Will?
No, the kid who played Nicky.
Mm-mm.
He played Buckwheat in Little Rascals.
No shit. The movie?
No, the TV show from the 50s. Yes, the movie, Todd.
I thought there was something more after that. No,
they did direct DVD ones, I think.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah,
interesting.
That's all I got.
Have you ordered your GTA yet? I have not.
No, I will before.
But it might sell out.
We talked about this. You know what, Todd? If we keep making jokes like this, they're going to push it back even farther.
At this point in time, it wouldn't surprise me. I would just be like, whatever, use a bunch of bitches. And we out!